It is Friday, September 12th. Welcome into another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green, and happy Friday. Three more plays today in the MLB to wrap up our worst week, to be honest with you, of Daily Dingers. Just sitting at, I believe, 3-8-1 on the week. So disappointing, guys. I apologize for the poor week. I did have an official play Monday and Tuesday, lost both, and then kind of said, you know what? It's probably going to be it for the regular season of baseball. So just a little bit more random this time of year, not knowing, necessarily everyone's effort level coming in, and a lot of teams that need to win games, but that doesn't mean they will, and throws prices off. Just makes it kind of tough. So I do apologize, guys, for the rough week. Let's get 3-0 and kind of salvage the week a little bit today. I do like our plays going. But before I get into those, guys, I had to rock the Whitecaps. Tigers single A affiliate of moving on in the playoffs, won last night to move on. So really nice win for them. Used to be an employer of mine, so got to rock the gear here. But guys, if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to our channel. We finally just hit 1,080. We're now only 20 away from 1,100. It's kind of our next big goal that we're looking to get to. So please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Give me a like on the video if you enjoy the MLB content. Throw me a comment down below as well if you have a play that you really like tonight. I would absolutely love to hear it in the comments. And we don't only do baseball here. We cover NFL, which we filmed. We went live to film our Week 2 NFL on Wednesday. That is out now on our YouTube page. Go check that out for a breakdown on every single game on the board for Week 2. Started off 1-0, had the Packers -3 last night. So basically a no sweater. Made it a little close there at the end with that 2-point conversion, but basically a no sweat to kick off Week 2 with a win, 4-1 on the NFL season. So really nice start to that. We also have college football coming out today. Our Power 4 picks on YouTube, breaking down the biggest matchups for tomorrow's college football slate. Sitting at just 5-5 on college football for the season. However, the first few weeks are always tough. To be at 500, kind of floating along, pretty happy with that. And we really do our damage later in the college football season. But like this week as well, check that out. Ben and Bobby just went live last night breaking down the UFC card. That is out now on YouTube as well. If you missed that, check that out. Aaron just dropped his EPL article over at our website, bettergreen.com. You're going to want to check that one out as well, as EPL action is back. And then later today, guys, I'm going to have my auto racing video breaking down the NASCAR race over the weekend. Should have a solo game breakdown, if not two. Looking to get an article out as well. So we're getting plenty of content out at Better and Green, covering basically every sport that's going on right now. So again, if you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Quick recap from yesterday, guys. Again, not great. Washington money line doesn't get there. Cleveland first five, kicking myself. I give out a first five, which I almost never do. They come back with a 2-run shot to get the late win there, but don't win the first five. We do get home with the Yankees. They dominated the Tigers yesterday. Three plays today. Let's get into them. They're all going to go at 7:10 Eastern, and the first one we're looking at is the Chicago White Sox heading to Cleveland to face the Guardians. Guardians -150 home favorite, +125 on the Sox. We're going to take the dog in this matchup. I think a lot of people are going to look at the Guardians, look at that they need a few wins to get themselves back up into wild card contention. They're playing really good baseball right now. Have won 6 of their last 7, just won 3 out of 4 against the Royals. But I'm looking to fade after that Royals series. That was an absolutely huge series. The loser of that was basically out of the playoffs, and that happens to be Kansas City. The Guardians keep their hopes alive. They have what is looked to be an easy matchup against the White Sox here. Still a divisional opponent, though, and I look for the White Sox to try to play spoiler. They are traveling to Cleveland off of a quick 3-game homestand where they took 2 out of 3 against the Rays. I think the White Sox are just out to try to finish their season strong, win as many games as possible, and try to wreak havoc in the division if they can. And this is a spot for them. Money is coming in on Cleveland. This line is moving against the money coming in, so that's always promising. Yeah, I like the White Sox in this spot. I think it's a flat spot for Cleveland, +125, really nice price. Give me the White Sox money line for our first play. Second play up, probably the biggest game of the night. The Yankees ship up to Boston to face the Red Sox. Red Sox plus 105 home dog, minus 125 on the Yankees. I like the Yankees here in this spot. Yankees avoided being swept at home by the Tigers yesterday. They got a big win. Now they head up to Boston. This is the first game of a 10-game road trip. Massive, massive road trip for the Yankees, and you got to believe they want to get off on the right foot with a win in Boston. Plus, these are the two teams kind of fighting to catch the Blue Jays for that division here. Really tight division race. Boston coming home, first game back home off of a road trip. They went 3-3 on that road trip. They did have the day off, but I really like the spot here for the Yankees. Getting that win yesterday I think was huge. Now traveling first of 10. On the mound you have Luis Gil going for the Yankees. You have Lucas Giolito going for the Red Sox. I do like Gil in this matchup. Not a huge pitching edge either way. Both really good pitchers, but yeah, I think the spot for the Yankees here with Gil on the mound, minus 125. Give me the Yankees money line for our second play. And last play up, again, 7:10 Eastern. Texas Rangers heading to New York to face the Mets. Mets minus 115 home favorite, minus 105 road dog for the Rangers. We're taking the Rangers minus 105 here. The Rangers are off a really nice homestand, went 5-1, swept the Brewers, had the day off to travel north up to New York for a big series against the Mets. The Mets, on the other hand, they just got swept on the road against the Phillies. Lost 2 out of 3 against the Reds on the road before that. Took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers before that. But ultimately, a 3-6 road trip. First game back home. No day of rest. Awful spot here for the Mets. And Texas has Jacob deGrom on the mound. Obviously a really good pitcher. Jonah Tong going for the Mets. A good young pitcher as well. But you got to believe deGrom is going to want to come back to New York, pitch well against his old team, and I think he can do so. He still is one of the more elite pitchers in the game here. And I think a lot of people are going to look at the Mets thinking, they can't keep losing. Yeah, they can. They're really struggling post All-Star break, not doing too well. If they're not lucky or if they're not careful, might get caught here by the Giants. So yeah, I like Texas in the spot, minus 105 deGrom on the mound. I think it's a really nice spot here. So, guys, that will wrap it for today's episode and for this week's episodes of Daily Dingers. Quick recap: White Sox moneyline plus 125, Yankees moneyline minus 125, Texas Rangers moneyline minus 105. Thank you, as always, again, guys, for watching Daily Dingers. Again, apologize for the rough week. Let's finish strong, get into next week on a good note here. I hope you all have a profitable night in the MLB. Again, check out our content for NFL, UFC, MMA, college football, EPL, auto racing. We'll have it all going this weekend. So really appreciate it, guys. Hit that like button for me. Drop me a comment down below. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday for another week of Daily Dingers, brought to you by Better and Green. Thanks for watching.